Welcome to the Driver's Line. I'm Greg.
And I'm Jordan.
And today, we have a conversation for you.
Our conversation takes us back to our United States of Cars series, and this time we're going to be exploring the beautiful state of California.
That's right. So we're going all the way over to California this time, and we're going to explore 3 cities there, and then come up with our ultimate California car.
That's right. Our 3 cities that we're exploring represent 3 pretty distinct personalities within the state of California. We're starting off in beautiful San Diego, which is the tech hub of California, of course. Moving on up to Los Angeles, but specifically a very posh area of
Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills, of course, 90210, right? And finishing up in San Francisco,
which is the actual tech hub of California.
Oh, we have some arguments here. Okay, that's fine. We can pursue this. Maybe they're both tech hubs. I mean, that's fair.
Southern tech hub, northern tech hub.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyway, where do you want to start?
Let's start in South. Why not?
Let's do it.
All right. You want to start off?
Sure.
All right.
I'll start off. So, San Diego, you might call it a tech hub. I call it more of a military town. There's a big military base there.
Fair point.
But San Diego also has one of the best climates anywhere in the world. It's basically like 75 degrees year round, which is just absolutely fantastic. Sunny, beaches, military, and I'm like, what is a good vehicle that's going to tick every one of those boxes?
Nice.
And someone more basic might go with a Wrangler, but I went with something just a little bit more interesting. I went with the Ford Bronco.
Wow. Okay. Interesting choice.
Yeah. So
going off-roading San Diego.
No, you're just driving out on the beach. So you're going to go out on the beach, have a nice picnic, hang out with your friends, maybe the Outer Banks edition. You know, you can put the top off all year round, take the doors off, kind of all the same stuff you would do with a Wrangler. Yeah. But you got the Bronco, which is a little bit more like, I feel like classic California than a Jeep for some reason to me. So maybe that's just my own little interpretation of it, but I think a Bronco is a really cool car for San Diego.
I agree. No, I think the vibes of the Bronco are definitely California. You got the 2-tone paint scheme, the kind of retro vibe that ties into the whole beach scene there. I think that's a great pick. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Well, I too thought about the climate of San Diego. I did not pick a Ford Bronco, so there we go.
All right, viewers, we chose different cars this time.
So yeah, and I kind of like thought about San Diego from the viewpoint of it does have this beautiful climate all year round, but it also has a lot of tech-focused companies like PayPal, for instance. So I picked a car that combined both the beautiful natural scenery, but also the techiness. And it's a car that you can't really buy anymore, but I thought it'd fit anyway. It's the Fisker Ocean. That's right, guys.
I thought about the Fisker Ocean too, but I scratched it off the list because they're out of business.
You can still find them for cheap,
for massive discounts.
But all electric, and there's over 4,000 public chargers within the city of San Diego alone.
And what mode does this car have?
That's right. We have that Sky mode where it's going to lower down all the windows in every single part of the car.
It's called California
mode. That's right, yes. Which is very specific to it. Yeah, that's right. It's California mode.
Which is why I thought you chose it.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Good enough.
It ties in well.
It does.
But yeah, I thought it was a really car fitting with San Diego.
No, that's a great choice. Again, you know, EVs are very, very popular in California. Another one of my cars for California might be an EV. So just a little foreshadowing there.
Okay.
But, you know, obviously tons of public charging options. You know, I think you get, you know, HOV access and you know, things of that nature when you're in California versus a lot of other states. So it's definitely a nice place to own an EV that is very understanding and adaptive and, you know, caters to folks that own EVs.
Absolutely.
So it makes a lot of sense for San Diego. And, you know, with that California mode and that Fisker, you know, you will be able to enjoy it in the nice open weather. Maybe not as nice as my Bronco, but still in its own way.
Yeah, in its own way.
Good choice.
California mode.
All right, guys, we are going to start heading north now. And we're going to go ahead and go to LA, but not just LA. We are going to go to the heart of Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills. That's where you want to be. All right, sorry, this is not a singing podcast. You don't want to hear something.
Living.
Yeah, Beverly Hills, obviously widely known for its rich clientele who only accept the best.
Yes, nothing but the best for the people of Beverly Hills.
Of course.
And so why don't you lead us off with your choice this time?
All right. So I thought about the pinnacle of luxury when I think of Beverly Hills. And obviously there's a few brands that represent that, right? And I went with one that kind of has a split personality. It combines excellent, opulent interiors. They're handcrafted. You can select from multitudes of colors, which, of course, if you're living in Beverly Hills, you want to select everything you want for your car, right? But it also has what's really important for the important CEO, movie star. They need to get places quickly, right? So I chose the Bentley Continental GT Speed.
Oh,
that's right. We have a hybrid turbocharged V8 engine, so we are producing lots of horsepower, actually over 770 horsepower. But it's also a hybrid.
Yeah.
So if you're living in California, you need to be very eco-conscious, right? You can't just have a V8. I mean, so putzing around town, you can use that electric range. It's very minimal, but you can still use it. And then not to feel too guilty about it, all while enjoying the beautiful luxury of your interior with your seats that massage and heat and take care of you. Not to mention your ionizing AC system to get rid of all that nasty air in Los Angeles, right? Because that happens. So I think that really represents Beverly Hills well.
Did you go with the coupe or the convertible?
I went with the coupe.
The coupe. Well, a good choice. I mean, Bentley makes a lot of sense for that area. Yeah. Very luxurious. You're going to not look out of place going down Rodeo Drive, but you are going to look weak sauce when you're parked next to my car.
Uh-oh. Weak sauce. Bentley with 700 horsepower. Okay.
Yes. Next to the Rolls-Royce Dawn.
Ah, beautiful choice. That's a great choice.
So, again, this is still Southern California, so the weather is gorgeous.
Sure.
So I wanted a convertible.
Okay.
That was my first choice. I had to have a convertible. And I was like, what is the most Beverly Hills brand? And I was very close to Bentley because Bentley is just absolutely fantastic. I would have just went with the convertible, which is why I asked.
Gotcha.
Because I was like an inch away from choosing the GTC.
I thought about the convertible. I'm like, if you're driving into downtown LA, you got to keep your stuff safe.
If you're in Beverly Hills, though, you send the help to go to downtown
Fair
LA.
point. Clearly, I'm not.
You're only going down to Rodeo Drive in your Rolls-Royce Dawn, which is just an absolutely beautiful car. It just glides along. It has a presence. Just looks perfectly in place anywhere within, Beverly Hills. Looks good on Rodeo Drive. It just does everything you need to do. It's going to be great for a movie star. It's going to be great for an executive. It's going to be great for the children of an executive or whoever, Paris Hilton's and whatnots. But they're all going to enjoy it. It's just going to be a wonderful car for them. Glide along in all the comfort in the world.
And quietness.
Yes, and quietness.
Yeah.
It's got I think it's got 4 or 5 layers in the roof. Because it actually has a cloth top, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I think it's a great choice. The Dawn's a beautiful car, and I mean, Rolls Royce. How can you go wrong with that?
I know you can't go wrong with Rolls Royce.
Unlimited money here.
It's like the horsepower is adequate.
Adequate. It's enough. We're not worried about that. Love it. That's a great pick.
Thank you. Thank you. Good choice as well.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. So, moving up to San Francisco.
Yep. Going up to San Francisco.
Yeah.
One of the coldest summers you'll ever spend is in San Francisco.
That's true. And San Francisco, as Greg mentioned earlier, another tech hub of California. So my next pick is a tech-focused car, but one that is cutting edge, and one that really prides itself on California, which I think San Francisco does.
So it's not a Tesla?
No, because Tesla's what, Texas now, right? Whatever. Forget Tesla. We're beyond Tesla now. Okay? We're talking about a car that beat the Tesla Model S Plaid in acceleration testing. That's right. It's the Lucid Air Sapphire, my friend. That's right. 1,234 horsepower. Gorgeous interior.
Gorgeous.
Stunning design. What can you miss out of there? Over 400 miles of range, so you can take it from San Francisco down to LA if you need to, just on one charge. I mean, it has the best of everything. Tons of cargo space. I mean, you're not missing out on anything in this car.
No, we absolutely love the Lucid Air here on the driver's line. We got to experience it at the New York Auto Show, and we were both just blown away. I mean, we both come from our innate biases of not really liking electric cars just because they don't have the soul and experience and all this great stuff that we have come to love about internal combustion cars. But the Lucid Air is probably the first one that really started to sway us, right? It just embodies you in comfort. The interior is fantastic. The materials are high quality. The build quality is fantastic. The shape is interesting. The fact that it has so much range is impressive. Obviously, they pack a ton of battery underneath it.
For sure.
And then the Sapphire just is so unbelievably fast.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
So that's a good choice.
Thanks, sir.
So I took a different tack.
Okay.
So I thought, people in San Francisco, difficult to get around, difficult to park. I'm thinking of someone who's not like the CEO this time. I'm thinking about someone who just has to live in San Francisco.
Gotcha.
They are barely making their rent because it's one of the highest rent districts in the world.
It is.
It's hard to park because there's cars parked all over the place. So you want something that you don't mind if it gets dinged or scratched. There's not a lot of nice roads around San Francisco, hilly. So you don't really care about something that's really fun to drive.
Right.
So I chose the Tesla Model 3.
You went classic.
So I went classic, and I went that way because it's something that is disposable.
Fair point.
Like the Model 3 is one of the most disposable cars made in the world right now, and it's just
true.
Like, especially if you look at resale values, I mean, they're so low. So you can lease your Model 3, get it dinged up on the streets of San Francisco, give it back to Elon, and hope he doesn't report you to Trump. But
well, I mean, you're right though. I mean, the Tesla really does embody San Francisco so well. I mean, it was at the cutting edge of our electric revolution there, and I mean, credit where credit's due. They're the ones that brought the mass market.
Oh, they did, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, they brought the mass market electric car with the 3. They brought the supercharging network, which actually makes travel by EV a lot more possible and easy. With their cars, obviously, always plugged into that network to know where the most available supercharger is. So again, it makes a lot of sense for someone within San Francisco who just needs to kind of commute with the city. But you're not going to have a great driving experience because it's a Model 3. It's not going to hold its value, so you really don't care if it gets dinged and scratched up, right? So
that's true.
That's kind of where my thought process was with the Model 3.
Exactly. So, with that being said, we hope you enjoyed our episode on the United States of Cars, California.
Thank you so much for watching.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks for joining us on The Driver's Line.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe to make sure you don't miss a thing.